Hello everyone, I'm NiiNiiFC, home for all of your Chelsea and football related talk. And today we have massive news in the transfer window. Supposedly, Everton have accepted a £75 million bid for Lukaku from Manchester United. Now, I am going to be saying supposedly. Chelsea fans, let's not panic just yet. Nothing's been confirmed. Now, I know the sources came from the BBC originally, but as the days gone on, it's actually been confirmed that there's been no official report from Everton. I actually do know someone who's very good when it comes to transfer news. I'm not going to reveal his name, but anyway, this guy actually works in finance, and he actually, what his job entails is actually dealing with a lot of, wealthy clients in the tune of, like a minimum of 500,000k. And, he basically opens accounts for them and helps them with their finances. So due to this, he actually works with a lot of agents and footballers, so he knows a lot of transfer news that's happening behind the scenes. Well, he's very optimistic, and he's saying that allegedly Lukaku would go to United, even though Lukaku's preference is Chelsea at the moment. But it seems to be 80% confirmed that Lukaku potentially could go to United if Chelsea don't step up the gear and try and force through this transfer. I think that seems to be the most realistic outcome at the moment. And if anything, if I'm thinking about these reports in regards to, this news coming out, if I had to make an educated guess, I'm guessing it comes from Everton's camp. They're probably thinking, you know what? They actually need to sign a forward for themselves. Lukaku's confirmed that he's not signing a new contract with them. He's definitely leaving, and the season's going on. I mean, Everton have been linked with a player, I don't know if anyone's heard of him. He's called Jimenez. Mexican international, was at Atletico Madrid. He's at Benfica currently, and they had a bid of £39 million turned down for a guy that has only scored 12 goals last year, and supposedly Benfica want 45 million. So this shows you the type of caliber of striker available on the market currently, and I don't think Everton are very happy about that, and I think they want to push through this Lukaku transfer so they can sell him and have the funds to really strengthen the team. And I really think that we know that, it looks like Rooney's going to be going back to Everton. I think Everton saw it as an opportunity to maybe kickstart something, if they put out the news that United are interested in him, then that should, supposedly then push Chelsea to try and step in and try and finalise the negotiations. Because here's the thing, what this definitely confirms is that we know that there's another party involved in the signature for Lukaku, and that is Manchester United. Now, the ball is in Chelsea's court. I think with this new information that's been leaked and that's out there, that's going to force through and quicken negotiations for Lukaku. Because when it comes to agreeing on wages, that's the easy part. Anytime you sign a player, all of that stuff's dealt with really quickly at the start. So I just think it's coming down to negotiating this fee. Everton, it seems like a 75 million bids will be enough. We know how football is. Maybe that will be 25 million over 3 seasons, or that might be split up into 4 or 5, 15 million over 5 seasons. That's how transfers tend to be. And do I think it makes sense? Yes, of course I do. Now, the hold up with Chelsea in regards to the signature of Lukaku is, supposedly Diego Costa is a stumbling block, and it's actually, this transfer to Atletico. Now, here's the thing. We know that Costa did reveal earlier this season that Conte actually sent him the infamous text that he doesn't see him in his plans for next season. So, of course, he's already stated categorically that he'd only see himself playing for Chelsea or playing for Atletico Madrid. So, Atletico Madrid, the ball's in their court now. Now, here's the thing. I know a supposed bid of 22 million was put through. I know a lot of fans were outraged, but again, we need to calm down and think. That's the initial bid. That's not a final bid. So Atletico are trying to see where they can start and how far negotiations will go up to. But I'm thinking, if I'm Chelsea and we know that United are involved, well, United, they pay whatever fee up front. They really don't mind. They can afford the finances. And I think this is why Mourinho and United kind of complement each other, because, this is the first time really where if Mourinho wants a player, he's at a club that are going to get them regardless of the costs. And I think Pogba, his transfer last season, is a massive testament to that. And I really think that with Costa going to Atletico Madrid, I don't think we should be too stingy and want an extra 5, 8, 10 million euros on top, because if that delay is a reason that pushes Lukaku's transfer to United, that's going to have detrimental effects as a club for us in the long term, because the caliber of striker available on the market in Lukaku isn't very rare. Now you have to try and think in the next year or two, what big strikers can you see being available in the market? Because all the top teams in Europe have their official #1 striker. So really, Lukaku is actually the perfect moment to sign him, because again, most clubs don't need replacements there, and most clubs aren't going in for him. So really, this could be very easy to clear up, and I think it would be very short-sighted if we let this Costa departure to Atletico drag on, especially if it meant that we missed out on a player that could really, be our main striker for the next, 5 to 8 years, even longer than that. And I'm just hoping now that with these reports being leaked today, that this is actually going to, set Chelsea into overdrive and really finalise everything. Well, we know that Rudiger is going to be having his medical in LA. We know that Lukaku's there at the moment with Pogba and some of his boys. I don't see it being too hard to try and get this transfer negotiated in the next week. Maybe it seems like Everton are desperate to sell because they need to bring in players for themselves. Hopefully that could reduce the transfer fee for Everton, for Lukaku a bit. We still know that Everton haven't fully paid off the £28 million for Lukaku initially. So already some of that transfer is going to come off from the price tag that they want for Lukaku from Chelsea. So I'm very optimistic for what's going to happen in regards to Lukaku coming. Do I see him definitely going to United? No. I still think Lukaku's preference is coming to Chelsea, playing for Chelsea. It's been his dream. It's the reason why he's been so adamant that, and he's been so upfront on his desires to leave Everton from the start. And I really think that, now is the time to really push on, kick things into overdrive, and let's not be too stingy. Let's not do a Daniel Levy and try and force an extra 5 million when long term it's not going to mean much. I mean, imagine we miss out on Lukaku, who's going to guarantee you that he's going to get at least minimum 20 goals in the Premier League in the future. This is a striker that knows the league already, is a fantastic player, and I think he's actually an upgrade to Diego Costa in terms of his link-up play, which for some reason he gets ridiculed for, but his link-up play is better in terms of the fact that he's able to easily hold off a player, and then it's a quick layoff pass all the time, and then it's a darting move in behind, and he's running into space, and he attacks it. And that's one thing Costa doesn't do enough. Costa, unfortunately, his hold-up play is a bit too slow. It's a bit too pedestrian. With Lukaku, that's really going to transform the front three, and it's going to be much more quicker and incisive. Not only that, Lukaku doesn't get fouled much, because he's actually probably the strongest player in the league. So that's not going to end a lot of our attacks compared to Diego Costa, who, whenever he gets the ball, either times he's really slow on it and plays it backwards, or he gets dispossessed, or he gets fouled. Now I think with Lukaku coming in, the attack's going to be more seamless, and I'm very excited for, this combination between Hazard and Lukaku, and, if Pedro is going to be on the right, or who a new winger is going to be. Now, that's going to end the video today. Before I end the video, I've got a special video series coming out on the 9th of July in the next few days. Now, you know that we've been promoting the Snapchat a lot of times in the description. It's all there. I'm going to be starting a new Snapchat Q&A series where basically I want you guys to add me on Snapchat, send a question in. Now, I'm going to pick 3 questions per video, and there's going to be a new Snapchat Q&A every Friday, every week. So make sure you guys add the Snapchat, send your question in. I'm going to do a video series. You're going to be in the video. I'm going to edit it really well. And I'm very excited because I know a lot of you, especially when I've done live streams in the past, it's very hard to stay on topic in a live stream and then to, answer your questions. And I think having this format is going to strengthen the community that we're trying to build here. And it's going to allow more people to, have their questions addressed and not have them hidden in the live stream chat rooms. So I'm very excited for that. I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. Like I said, Snapchat Q&A, first one's going to be on the 9th of July. So please, you guys, follow the Snapchat. It's going to be in the description below, right there below. Send your question in, and I'm going to pick 3 questions from that, and I'm going to answer your questions. So anyway, you guys, thank you for watching today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm NiiNiiFC. This is Blue Lions TV, signing out.